draw a line. Turn the engines up. About more. Step into the chamber where the neon never sleeps. Heartbeat hammer like a cold beneath the deep. I feel the gear grind rising in my core. Every little spark keeps whispering more. Polished steel shimmer on my skin when I breathe. Honeycomb shadows bending unfurl like wings. I'm a signal in the dark, a pulse you can't ignore. Say it with your body when you move more. Touch the switch, let the voltage climb. Light me up in ultraviolet time. Every limit that I had before. Break it open, burn it out, give me more. I want more, more, more. Turn the world up louder than before. More, more. I want fire through the floor. Lift me higher, hit the core. Give me more. I want more, more. I want more, more, more. Every breath a spark I can't ignore. More, more. When the city starts to roar, I step in, I begin screaming more. More, more, more. Roll smoke rising where the dreams collide. A million stories humming in the hive tonight. Every open door feels built for the reborn. Take the future in your hands, come on, more, more, more. Ceramic heat shimmer on this runway of light. Cyber silk sliding through the gears of the night. If you feel the pull, then lean into the storm. Let your whole damn life evolve toward more. Touch the switch, let the voltage climb. Light me up in ultraviolet time. Every ceiling that we touched before. Break it open, burn it out, give me more. I want more, more, more. Turn the world up louder than before. Oh, oh. I want fire through the floor. Lift me higher, hit the core, give me more. I want more, more. I want more, more, more. Every breath a spark I can't ignore. Oh, oh. When the city starts to roar, I step in, I begin screaming more, more, more. More light, more heat, more pulse under my feet, more breath, more eyes, more truth in the mechanized skies, more heart, more flame, more power in the name, more life, more law. I was born, I was made for more. I want more, more, more. Turn the world up louder than before. I want fire through the floor. Lift me higher, hit the core. Give me more. I want more, more. I want more, more, more. Every breath a spark I can't ignore. More, more. When the future kicks the door, I walk in, I ascend, screaming more. More, 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 more.
Hello, hello, beautiful people. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Leslie. I hope you guys were all able to see that. Let me figure out how to stop my screen share here. Weird. My video was too big. Why? And now I can't figure out how to stop my share. Let me see here. It's funny, I have never ever had a tech problem. Can you guys at least hear me? I hope. Hello, Cyrus. Hello, Islam. It's so good for you guys to be here. Very excited. And one of these moments, I'll make it up on the screen. I don't want to leave the studio. Hey, Jennifer Feidler. So great to see you. And interesting. Remove. Let's see if that does anything. No. Interesting. Hello, Crumble Gaming. Okay, so you guys can hear me. You just can't see me. Ah, that's good because I had a crash. All right. Very interesting. Ah, there we go. Hey, I think you guys can see me. Hello, Ashton and Scott. Awesome. Yeah, so welcome in. Today we are here to ignite, right? More. So as we go out this 2025 and into 2026, we want to do that with some more. The other reason that we came here today is that if you have not, I wanted to ask a favor for you. Many of you may know that I'm up for Businesswoman of the Year, and that is not just a voting process, though the voting process does not hurt anyone. And that ends today. So that little QR code up here on the top corner, if you guys will give that a little scan, it'll take you to a quick little thing where it'll ask for your vote. And if you would do that, I could greatly appreciate you and what we're voting for, right? Like, why? Why would you vote for me? And what does more even mean? So that's all right, right? We can come together and talk about what more means. So this year's been a year of more for me. I've had more everything, right? More success. I've had more failures. I've had more questions than answers. I've had more time. I've had more creation. I've had more illness. I've had more books. I've had more lessons. I've had just this more in my life. And so I took that and I really turned it into a framework of more. So some of the mores that we are going to talk about today are all right. It's fun going live on thank you so much, Ashton. It's fun going live on a Saturday. I just got to block some people. Yeah, right. Because we'll not have haters in the comment section. So, woohoo! You know that you are doing something when you get in some haters, right? So I love that. But that does not mean that we'll have disruption. So, if you guys have anybody from the stream reaching out to you in any way, also please just block them. I do not know who they are. And interesting, Leslie. So, yeah, I'm not going to listen. We just block them and keep moving on. So let's go. I want to talk about, first off, if the QR code isn't working, Leslie, you said that wasn't working for you. That's okay. It's It's all right. I checked it like 10 times, and if it's not working now, then, it just is what it is. But thank you for letting me know that. And we just carry on. The show must go on, as they say, right? So, my goodness, I just want to take a breath, right? Actually, and just I want to say thank you to all of you being here, for all of your support throughout the years, and for showing up for yourselves, for the world, for me, and each other, because it's something that makes LinkedIn really beautiful. Is not LinkedIn itself. It's not how LinkedIn was built. It's for community, because LinkedIn wasn't built for that. But the people inside the community make it community, and those people are you. So thank you all, right, for doing that. And then here on YouTube, it's tons of fun too, to be able to have community and build community, though each place, as we know, when we do that, is different. So some of the more that I want to talk about is, what does it mean, right? So M.O.R.E. is an acronym, and it can mean a lot of different things. But today I want to talk about it in a few ways. I want to talk about it in the way of momentum, or M.O.R.E.mentum, as I'm saying today, right? It's what we choose to raise together. So I asked you all to show up to help me activate something inside of yourselves, and inside of me, so that this signal that we create today is something that we can carry forward, right? So each of us has a story, we have a season, we have a state of mind. Just think about that for a moment. Just like let yourself land in this space with that story. What is your story today? What story are you carrying ending 2025 with? And then what story are you going to go into 2026 with? What is the season of your life? Are you in a season of abundance? Are you in a season of receiving? Are you in a season of strife? Are you in a season of grief, right? What is your state of mind? Because here we just get to let all of that land. This space has never been, nor will it ever be, about hustling. It's not about competing. It's not about impressing. It's just who we are choosing, who we choose, right? What kind of world do we want to build together? And choosing what kind of leadership we want to validate. So choosing what more means for each of us. So what does more mean to you? What do you want more of in your life, as it is that you're carrying on from 2025 into 2026? And today, what do you want more of, right? Hello, Lisa. Hi, Faith. Hi, Carrie, Monica. So great to see everyone today. Thank you all for being here. I want more regeneration, right? I want matter to return to meaning. I want old systems to compose into new soil. I want emergence as a natural law. I want more humanness. I want us to have mercy for ourselves and for each other. I want us to have relationships that restore instead of drain, and have expressions without apology. Can we be more human? Can we bring our humaneness into 2026? I want more systemic change, right? Anybody else want systemic change? I want measurement that aligns with our ethics. And I want redistribution of voices, power, and possibility. I want more fair value, right? I want offers without extraction, and I want exchanges that are built for dignity and with dignity in mind. So that's what I mean when I say more. Thank you, Scott, for going and grabbing that link. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate you very, very, very much. So if you haven't, there is a voting link. Scott went and grabbed it. And you can please go in and cast a vote for me for Businesswoman of the Year. In this particular, there are 60 something finalists just for this one award. And that's so beautiful to me that 68 people took time out of their days to nominate people, other people. And then people, 68, hundreds, probably thousands, have taken the time to vote. And I think that that is something that's really important for us to do, is to recognize one another. Because when we do that, it is a way of saying, it is casting a vote. When we acknowledge each other, it's casting a vote saying, I agree with this. I celebrate this. I want more of this in the world. So more. Want more. What do you want more of? Sharon says, I want system change and all of what you're mentioning. Yes, absolutely. You know what? I can absolutely sing you happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mito Romo. Sorry, I'm really terrible with names. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We're so glad that you're here and that you're celebrating your birthday. I hope you have wonderful plans, and I hope that your day is filled with all of your favorite things. All of your favorite things. What are some of your favorite things out there, right? What could more bring you this year? I know it's going to bring a lot my way and a lot your ways. There's so much coming this next year that I can't quite talk about all of it yet, but I want to. I am so very, very, very excited about the different things that are coming up with Sing Your Song and Resonant Underground, which is the home of Sing Your Song. So let's get back to the more. Let's get back to more. More of the moreness. Well, thank you for the subscribe and like. I appreciate you. So let's talk about sorry, you guys. Oh, that's what it was. Let's talk about our more for the future, right? So movements that are sparked by single choices, openings disguised as ordinary moments, rhythm replacing hierarchy, and eras born from everyday moments, right? So, when we're walking through each and every single day, we know that we're making decisions and choices by what it is that we're giving our attention to, what it is that we're giving our time to, who we're supporting, who's supporting us, right? All of those things as it is that we go along. And we try to do that consciously. But is it built into your systems? Right? Is it built into your systems? Because if it's not, then it's really, really hard for us to be able to actually really fluidly walk that out without seeing those large gaps between what it is that we want to see and what it is that we're actually experiencing. So Scott says more advocacy and sovereignty for creators. And Sharon says more opportunities to be seen and heard for people for who they are and what they bring to the table. How do you do that? How do you do that in your own everyday life? How are you moving through systemically, on purpose, rhythmically? How are you moving through to do that? More opportunities to be seen and heard for who they are and what they bring to the table. So, are you inviting people to your table? Do you invite people to your table to come be seen and to be heard? Right? Not just seeing them and hearing them, but are you like proactively inviting people and opening systems and doors within what it is that you're doing for people to come and be seen and be heard? Scott, are you advocating for creators? Are you finding other creators to advocate for and to share with the world? Are you encouraging them? Right? Are you reaching out to them? Do you have something in place that allows you to consciously, purposely do that? Because especially for most non-linear thinkers, sometimes it's really hard for us to follow those patterns and those frameworks. And the really beautiful thing is actually if you put them in place and you just kind of follow them, you're not actually having to remember to do anything. You're just falling into the ruts that it is that you've already built. And outside of that, how can we guest teacher Monday each live week gets their content that they get to share? I love that, Leslie. So Leslie has a guest teacher on every Monday live each week, and it's their content that they get to share. And I love that, where you get to open that up and let people do that. Scott says, I took the less obvious path. I got over myself and mentioned it to potential clients simply by expressing my intent. Yes, right? Beautiful. So authentically showing up and inviting them to do the same by showing that it's safe to do so. Jennifer, yes, absolutely. And so I wonder, how is it built into your systems? What does that look like and sound like inside of an actual like system, a funnel or something when they land on your website, when they land on your page, when they schedule with you, right? How is it actually like built into the system? Because that's things that I'm going to be talking a lot about going into 2026 is the actual architecture that we build for the experience that people come in and have. And these questions and these conversations are so important to where I'm going and where we're building towards with Sing Your Song. And which again, I'll talk more about that later, except to say that one big thing that I learned this year is that when we get down into the weeds sometimes, right, we stay in the weeds of our business and we forget to go out, we forget to expand out and really realize the impact that our businesses have and can have. We're small civic civilizations, and there's a lot more. There's so much more that goes to that than what it is that most see or think about in entrepreneurism and solopreneurism. Like, how do we take everything and turn it into this beautiful piece of honeycomb that's saturated in intent and saturated with intelligence, saturated with options and questions and curiosity, and of course, authenticity, right? That is so saturated that it just oozes out. It oozes out without any effort. Without any effort. You open the door for people to be seen and heard, and it will be more coming in 2026. I love that, Sharon. I love that you're going to be opening that door even wider. Hello, Queen Kaylin. It is so wonderful to see you on a Saturday. I should go live on Saturdays more often. Maybe I should do my new live on a Saturday. What do you guys think? Throw me a heart if you think Saturday is a good day to go live. I got a heart. Got a heart. Okay. The other thing that we're going to talk about today that I want to talk about before we do this little activation at the end is I want to talk about worth, more value. And so I created something very exciting, and it is a calculator, and it measures all of the things that, well, we're not supposed to technically, quote unquote, be able to measure. And we're going to offer a little class to come and be able to do that here in a few weeks. So be looking for that to come in and measure the immeasurable. And this is for yourself as a person, as a being, and it's also for your business if you have one. If you don't, you don't have to have one. You can come in and do the hybrid and see what your worth is based on some different things. So it's for founders, it's for creatives and leaders and everyday humans. So there are two kinds of worths, we'll say, in the world, right? There's the kind that someone else assigns you, and based on your titles, your roles, your revenue, your productivity, your position, things like that. And then there's the kind that just lives in your bones, and it's based on it's symbolic, it's relational, it's intellectual, it's emotional, it's cultural, and it's ancestral, right? So most people only measure the first, and almost no one measures the second. But this system changes that. So this is where business owners, caregivers, artists, leaders, parents, creatives, and just everyday people You can come and calculate the worth that the world never taught you to count about yourself. So there's symbolic capital, intellectual capital, relational capital, a resonance score, your life worth balance, living leverage, your legacy worth, right? So watch out for that so you can come join and take this calculator. It is going to be free. It will be a 2-hour class because it is a deep measurement. I want you to have deep sense of value during and when you leave, walking into the 2026 year with a huge understanding of your value, right? The value that you bring into the world. So that's going to be something that's coming up. I think that we picked, I know what day we did. Though don't quote me, but I think we did during the day of December 31st, because what better day than the last day of 2025 to end wrapped around knowing and understanding that you have so much more value and you've brought so much more value to the world than you think that you have. And also to walk into 2026 with this super expanded vision of value and the value that you bring. So we're going to do that on the 31st. You're also going to be able to immeasurable in so much it cannot be counted. Yes. And so much that it cannot. And, the truth of the matter is that somewhere along the line, some people decided, right, that intuition didn't matter and it wasn't important and that you couldn't quote unquote measure it. You couldn't scale it. You couldn't practice it. Although anyone and everyone will tell you they listen to their gut. Right. So that's what I was thinking about when this came to me, that it is measurable. We can measure anything. All we have to do is create a system and a measuring system for it. So I did, right? And then we get to come in and see how all of that looks, and I'm super excited about it. Do any of you think that it's important to be able to have, let's say, like a momentum score, right? About how your contributions are landing, about your nervous system alignment, about how deeply you participate in life or not, your emotional labor, your presence, your equity, right? Like, are those things that sound exciting to be able to actually measure and see some numbers next to? Ignorance does abound, and fear absolutely drives a lot of things, doesn't it? And then we want to be able to look at that and say, oh, wow, I am actually being led by fear with this little calculator. And I want to be over here not in fear. And this is actually maybe some things that I can do to get from one place to the other. Right. So that's super exciting. And the other thing that's coming up in 2026 that's really super exciting is a system of how to really have an integrative approach to the tools that you use, and using the tools, but not allowing the tools to take over your own cognizance or your own abilities, your own practicing to be able to come together. And it's called the Human Protection Creativity System, right? So that we can protect human creativity. There's a lot of talk about that there's a lot of talk about it, and we took some steps to actually create something to actually walk through and be able to keep yourself in a place of flow with your human creativity, and with and or without, but mainly with, is an integrative approach to AI and the other tools that there are available to you, but not losing that sense of authenticity or what it is that you bring and into the creative world to those other tools. So back to the outputs for a second on the calculator. I was going to say that we have your different outputs. So one of them is your business worth, right? What are you worth today based on what you've built? How far, how fair, and how sustainable is your work actually traveling out? There's a true worth, which is your real worth when your resonance is actually taken seriously. So, what resonance are you building? How is it actually being received, and is it being amplified, and is it being returned? Right. Your legacy. Are you gaining more or are you losing more? What is your legacy? And how do you want to be able to know that it's something that you're building or not? Right? Because when we don't pay attention or put intention, when we don't put attention to our intentions, they fade away. Right? That's something that if we can bring in to be more focal about, we'll definitely see other more direct results, right? So the symbolic capital is the trust that you've earned, the reputation that you've built, the stories that people tell about you when you're not in the room, right? So it's like your cultural presence. Your intellectual capital is your ideas, your frameworks, your voice, your methods, the things that only you can teach or build. That is the most scalable part of your business, your intellectual capital. And there's so many things that you can do with it. I'm excited. I could do a masterclass on it just all by itself. Your market capital is your traction, your audience, your revenue, your reach into the actual world. And it's a combination of your symbolic, your intellectual, and your market and your business, like in your market worth, all come together to build your business worth. But we'll talk about the fullness of the calculator when we're actually going through it too. But I want you to know that you have been building value your entire life. Right? You've been building it your entire life just by being. And it's high time that we learned how to actually recognize that and measure that in a way that allows us to be honest and accountable and responsible, and also just whole, have a whole picture of what it actually means, right, to have value capital in your business, outside of just being able to say, I don't know, pay the bills, right? We're expanding out of that, right? Even if your only real desire is to be able to pay your bills with your business, especially, can we expand outside of that? Because when you're so far in it, you're squishing it, there's no room for it, right? So if we can expand out, we can make room for it. And so that's some of the moreness that we're going to be activating here in a second. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Any moreness that anybody was thinking about, right? We got more regeneration. We got more humanness. We got more innovation. We want more systemic change. We want more women in leadership. We want more fair value. We want more recognition. We want more lucrative endeavors, more growth. What else of more? I would like to see some of your mores. What do you want more of in 2026? Because I built just a quick little, you know, 6 seconds of video. That we're going to light this little activator. So I want to be able to activate it with your mores. The reactivator core. I need your mores for it. Can you throw them in the chat for me? Throw them in the chat. Even if you threw them in the chat before, please throw them in the chat again. Let's keep saying them out loud. All the mores that we want. The more, the more, the more. Which it feels good, right? To say more and it be okay. Because a lot of us, we talk about muchness, right? But then how difficult is it and has it been to want even more when you're growing up, right? Or even more out of life. So while you guys throw in your mores, I'm going to share just a little bit too about the leadership method of more, right? So it is based off of measure and map, orient with ownership, regenerate through reciprocity, execute, and evidence. That's the big main overarching more. It's a 4-beat loop. It blends science, audience, film, so that you can design for us, right? Film for you. It's whatever it is that you're building, but it helps you be able to design power, circulative value, and truth, right? Ship truth, actual truth. So reality first. Baselines, not vibes, right? Revenues, runway, retention, your accessibility coverage, your creator earnings, your time to pay, your carbon, your impact, all of those types of things. Your hypothesis with caps, so what you expect to happen, and then a time and a money ceiling. Your risks charted, what could break, who could be harmed, what buffers exist, right? So that you sit down and take time to stretch out with your imagination as far as you possibly can around all the things that could happen, and you build as many buffers as possible in that way, right? And then there's orient with ownership. So who gains, who pays, and who makes decisions. So you have rights and consent with your IP gets to stay with creators, right? Licenses are clear. You have personal, community, commercial. It's your data is minimal and very intentful and also exportable, right? You need governance. You need governance. So who can make decisions? Who vetoes? How do you have feedback loops in your roadmaps when decisions get published, right? Things like that. Accessibility, equity, all of those things are things that you have to, from the very beginning, if that's what you want as part of your systems, you have to be building all of that in, right? So circulatory value is the reciprocity, and that's a transparent money flows. So you can share your dividends, your contributors, you can have sliding scales, you can have scholarship pools, you can have take rates, right? You can have all of these things that are looped together. And when they're visible, it makes it circulatory just by default because everyone can see and there's responsibility. And then you have your execute. So that's the small version of all of that every 7 days, right? What's happening every 7 days? when we can bring all of these pieces into this overarching design, then what you end up with are those things. You end up with reciprocity, you end up with execution, you end up with decision-making skills, you end up with the data that's actually pertinent to what it is to the decision that you need to make. But the data is always and only ever about numbers, things that are actually numbers. People are not numbers. Don't make your people numbers. Give them a name and a face, right? And a favorite thing that they love, so that they're human and they're in here with all of their moreness, right? In your chest, sitting on your chest even. Good. Because if you are extending out goods, services, value, you should feel the weight of your people that you're serving. You should be sitting with their weight. 120-pound Lisa, 240-pound George, right? Whatever it may be, sitting with that weight of what is it that they need? What have you promised? What are you actually delivering? All of those kinds of things, right? So I thank you guys for your mores over here. We have more social consciousness, more shared knowledge, more truth, right? So let's take that and just like hold your more in. We want more truth. We want more consciousness. And I'm going to pull up my little activator and we're going to activate that moreness. If you haven't and you're just joining and you would like to vote or cast a vote for myself, I would appreciate you very much. The QR in the corner is not working, but there is a link in the comments I'm going to find right now. And I'm going to show that up here on the top. I appreciate you very much. And let's find this reactivator. Because we're going to push the button in a second. Okay, let's not do it yet. All right, we're going to share. Grab your mores and here we go. In 3, 2, 1, activate. Woohoo! Oh, come on. My mouse needs a battery. Gotta love the tech. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Come on. There we go. Woohoo! We're activating all of our more regeneration, more cooperation, all of the more truth, more systemic change, more hello, Ollie. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. And I know you're just on the replay, but we're actually all still here too. So it's good to see you, Ollie. I hope that you're doing great. I'm so excited to see you. So, yeah, that's it. That's more. And I also have 2 versions of something, but only one of them is available today. And I'm just going to go ahead and play that again. And it's what I came in and entranced in. So the video is just working on it. I just wanted you to be able to listen, but listen to the lyrics. And this is my song about wanting more also, right? So I'm going to pull that back up. Crazy that it shut itself off. Okay. I'm going to play this video and then I'm going to shut us out. So thank you all for being here with me today. I appreciate you very much. Think about all the moreness that you want to bring in. And thank you for your support, your presence, your votes. Thank you for being in my life. And we'll see you all again very, very soon. Don't want to do that. I want to share my screen. Here we go. Thank you. Mwah.
Static in my veins, gold in my jawline. Turn the engines up, no more. Step into the chamber where the neon never sleeps. Heartbeat, hammer like a cold beneath the deep. I feel the gear grind rising in my core. Every little spark keeps whispering more. Polished steel shimmer on my skin when I breathe. Honeycomb shadows bending, unfurl like wings. I'm a signal in the dark, a pulse you can't ignore. Say it with your body when you move more. Touch the switch, let the voltage climb. Light me up in ultraviolet time. Every limit that I had before. Break it open, burn it out, give me more. I want more, more, more. Turn the world up louder than before. More, more. I'll fire through the floor. Lift me higher, hit the core. Give me more. I want more, more. I want more, more, more. Every breath a spark I can't ignore. More, more. When the city starts to roar, I step in, I begin screaming more, more, more. Gold smoke rising where the dreams collide. A million stories coming in the hive tonight. Every open door was built for the reborn. Take the future in your hands, come on, more, more, more. Ceramic heat shimmer on this runway of light. Cyber silk sliding through the gears of the night. If you feel the pull, then lean into the storm. Let your whole damn life evolve toward more. Touch the switch, let the voltage climb. Light me up in ultraviolet time. Every ceiling that we touched before. Break it open, burn it out, give me more. I want more, more, more. Turn the world up louder than before. Oh, oh. I want fire through the floor. Lift me higher, hit the core. Give me more. I want more, more. I want more, more, more. Every breath a spark I can't ignore. Oh, oh. When the city starts to roar, I step in, I begin screaming more, more, more. More light, more heat, more pulse under my feet, more breath, more eyes, more truth in the mechanized skies, more heart, more flame, more power in the name, more life, more love. I was born, I was made for more. I want more, more, more. Turn the world up louder than before. More. I will fire through the floor. Lift me higher, hit the core. Give me more. I want more.
Thank you guys. See you next time.